It's over $16 million worth of assets. It's over 33,000 members strong, operating in over 20 countries. But we have so many integral parts. You have WHQ staff, you have the National Advisory Board, you have the alumni boards, you have all the regional boards, you have the National Leadership Collective. How, as National Chair, will you motivate and inspire everyone to work together to progress the mission? And our order will be as follows. We're going to have Mr. Phelps go first, Mr. Young go second, Mr. Williams go third, and Mr. Ponsu go fourth.
The answer to that question about how to properly motivate all of the different stakeholders who really make NSBE work as an organization really comes in a few different parts. One of the big pieces is that as a chair, you have to have focus. And as National Chair, I will have focus. Like I've said before, I don't actually have enough platform pieces to spell something. At the end of the day, there are two things that I absolutely want to see happen. And that level of focus and that level of attention can be translated to all of those various people who are involved in NSBE to make sure that our message is clear, our message is simple, and our message is realizable.
I don't think having a platform that necessarily can spell something makes it any worse. But, I'm sorry.
Keep going.
Take your time. Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
You have 30 seconds. Basically, all the different boards, WHQ, National Advisory Board, all the regional leaders, the national leadership as a whole, how, as National Chair, will you inspire them and lead them to progress in the mission?
Okay, it's about listening to people, it's about being transparent, it's about understanding that everybody has a viewpoint, respecting that viewpoint, and at the end of the day, coming together to make the best decision for NSBE.
By no means, this is an easy task. We have so many different entities of NSBE. World Headquarters, National Executive Board, alumni, 6 regions that include regional boards and alumni boards. It's a difficult thing to do. But one thing that I've done in the past, and that hasn't steered me wrong so far, is number 1, pray about it. Number 2 is to have buy-in for these people. You have to get them together. Number 1, find out what's the root cause. Why are you in this? For me, it's serving the membership. And for a lot of people, that's the same way. So you have a leader has to have vision, has to have people supporting them. And so you have to have that buy-in from these different people. So it's a matter of sitting down, discussing that, and getting on the same page. That's what I plan to bring as chairperson. Thank you.
So what we need to do as an organization is making sure that we're bringing all of our stakeholders to the table. No matter if they have a minute influence in this, but they need to be brought to the table because their opinion matters. We need to look at making cross-functional groups in our FRCs and our national conventions like this where we can have open forums that are giving contributions from WHQ, from the NEB, the REB, the Chapter Executive Board, the PCI, the BCA. No matter who you are, you have an input in what we're doing as an organization, and we need to make sure that we're taking your influence into account.
Mr. Phelps, can you start us with the rebuttals, please?
My pleasure. In addition to having that clear and that concise message that we can clearly and easily communicate to all of our various stakeholders, one of the key things that I will do as National Chair is to make sure that I don't let our stakeholders get bogged down in the politics or in the how of what it is that we're doing, because at the end of the day, it's about the membership. It's always been about the membership, and it will always be about the membership. So at the end of the day, us as a national board, if we can't agree on something, it is the membership who suffers. So it is in everyone's best interest to make sure that we are here serving you, for you, every single day of the year.
The National Executive Board works on a higher level, but as a team, we're much like the Chapter Executive Board, to kind of parallel it for everybody, in that we have the same types of interpersonal relationship issues and trying to really work together to make things happen. And what we have to do is really set the tone early, just like you do on a chapter level, you set the tone early, so that you know as a board, as a team, that you have to work together and work hard to get to your end result, so that when you receive it, when you exceed it, you really feel like you've accomplished something.
mentioned earlier, it's going to be difficult because there's a lot of cultural differences amongst the national board, the alumni extension board, regions, and world headquarters, and we know that. But I'm coming in with a clear focus, and I'm a born-again NSBE. I'm so humble now, and I'm willing to put everything aside. I'm not into the pettiness. We have to think about the common goal. No more squabbling and bickering amongst the top, because that doesn't add value to the membership, and that's what I'm serving as the membership. Thank you.
What better way to put the membership first than to find out from all of our stakeholders? If you look at any corporate American setting, they work with all of their suppliers to see what works best for them and what doesn't. You can ask Walmart. You saw all the companies Walmart had they work with. They don't just work within their brand new wall. They reach out and say, okay, how can we better improve our process? How can we help you become better? How can you help us become better? That's the type of focus we need to use when we're looking at increasing our membership.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. We're now